Hey everyone, I am going to be doing a show and tell of the beautiful Gothic Tarot by Annie Stokes, and I'm super excited to receive this deck as a early Yule gift and also Christmas gift from my husband. And he surprised me with this. He got me a plaque, and I had it on my altar and I just fell in love with it, and then he got me the deck, so I'm very pleased. And so I'm going to be showing you what it looks like, and it is in, I'm pretty sure it's Spanish and English, but you get like some cards here, extra cards, and you know, this is trying to get where it don't have a glare. That is what it looks like, and it comes with a companion book, little white book, kind of crumpled already, but I do have that. And this is the box. It comes in a cardboard box, and it does have a finish of the artwork, and it's pretty sturdy. I would say it's, you know, better than most cardboard boxes, so I was pleased with the quality of that. And he got this off eBay. And so this is what the backs look like. It's very Gothic, more like a medieval kind of door. And it has kind of reminds me of Mortal Kombat, I'm not gonna lie, but it's awesome. The seal here, it says Annie Stokes Collection, and it has a beautiful red hue to it, so it kind of reminds me of a ruby. And they're fairly sturdy. I would say they're not as flimsy as most, you know, so the stock is really well. And they're thick, very beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you each card. And I'm trying to bring it to where you can see it well. I just love the artwork. I really like, you know, it takes me to another world. It's very meditative for me. As a tarot collector and a tarot reader, I would say the only fault that I would have with this deck is that when you get into the suits and you get into like the wands and the cups and the swords and the pentacles, it kind of is repetitive once you get up to the numbers. But other than that, I wouldn't say there's nothing wrong with the deck. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorites now because of the colors, the way it's made. I love her artwork. You know, they're fairly easy to read, you know, if you can read from different ways, different languages. But I do like the dragons, love the dragons and how they are depicted. I feel like it's easier to read, and I feel like my guides and my clairvoyance takes over so that I'm not like getting distracted by how they're trying to depict it, if that makes sense. So it makes me go into a trance quicker, I would say, and it makes me feel like I can read them better. And I don't know, I just feel like when I look at, so for example, when I look at the Six of Swords, it reminds me of different influences, different routes of thinking, different routes of influences as far as peer pressure and, you know, thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts, other people's thoughts projected and programmed into you. So it kind of like makes me think a little bit differently. And see, like for an example, another example is like the Six of Swords was what I was talking about. With the Six of Wands, it reminds me of different it's like different because I feel like it's talking about different energetic shifts that you're going through mentally and also physically, you know, because I feel like it's connecting not only to your mind but also your emotions, and it's like different layers are coming up in each card. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like they're all connected in a bigger way. So it's almost like I can peel back different layers of the energy that the card holds than just the plain meaning, which I really like that, because the other cards I really don't get that. Like, for an example, you know, the Hanged Man is actually a woman, and it reminds me of Medusa. So it reminds me of an influence of archetype of destruction, of water, deep emotion, subconscious, psychology, how it's playing on your mind and how it's keeping you trapped. And, you know, the stairs can remind you of how you descend your own value by hanging yourself in a position you know it's not for you. So again, it just makes me feel like I can read. Excuse me, I'm taking a drink of my chamomile sleepy time tea. It's got vanilla in it. It kind of just makes me feel like I can peel back the layers and how it can be orchestrated in a catalyst for each person I'm reading for. And how there's so much more energy that she put into these cards. Like, I feel like she was thinking of something specific, more spiritual, more emotional, mind, body, spirit. You know, she like put her whole mind, body, spirit into these depictions. And most cards, I feel like some people do that, and then other people, it's just like, let's throw out a deck and let's sell these cards, you know. But with her, it feels like she went into this meditative state. She maybe possibly done some dream work, I feel, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I just get a lot of energies behind it where it was like a darker time in her life and she was trying to make peace with it. And so that's what I feel like with this deck. So I feel like it'd be great for shadow work and spiritual counseling, life coaching as another one, and connecting with ancestors. And I like that it has more of a pagan witchcraft feel to it, or even I'm hearing my guide say voodoo in a way, and hoodoo. It just has a lot of gothic feel to it. And the elements, it's just got a lot of energies to it. A lot of male and female archetype energy, god and goddess. So I feel like it's balanced in that way, which is really cool. And I really just like the colors. Like, it just amazes me. And it's like a gothic dream come true for me. I used to be a scene gothic kind of style when I was younger, and this just really touched my little heart here and my weird spirit when I got these. And like I said, even the cups, it takes me to different ways of thinking, and it taps me into more of the archetype of the, I would have to say, more of the shadow aspects of myself. And that's why I really feel like I can peel back the layers and tell more of a story with these cards when I read for people. I've already read for 2. So, and like the Lover's card, it just feels like, it's like I get visions really quickly with these. Like, someone in a past life, they were struggling through family crises, and these 2 people emerged together and rose from the ashes because of it. And that's what makes their love so strong. So, like I said, it just makes me feel like there's a soul behind these cards, like a individual story. And then you can go in and read for other people, and how it can be like I said, a catalyst for your clairvoyance or your clairaudience or clairsentient, and it could be something totally different for someone else. And, you know, as you read cards, as a reader, you will feel that every card can mean something different for someone, but when there's a story behind the card, that's amazing just in itself, you know? And so, like this one, for an example, and I'm getting off track here, and I hope you guys don't mind listening to me ramble, but like the Tower card in this, it kind of reminds me of a person that has worked so hard to get noticed in the community or in the family, and how the spider is the web weaver of community, of charity, you know, creating its own masterpiece and sacred space so it can really get what it wants and needs. But for some reason that didn't fall through, and so this person is just kind of in shock. And so she has to rebuild again, but this time for herself rather than for others. So that's what I like about that. Beautiful. Really reminds me of Goddess Morrigan. That's why I like that one so much. Very cute. The Fool. See, the cups are really beautiful, you know, and even if you're someone that doesn't even know how to read either language, I mean, you could kind of tell from the depiction if you just count some of the suits. But, you know, the Queen of Swords is just a very lovely card as well. And I like that it has not only like a gothic, like Santa Morte. I'm pretty sure she's in here. I'm probably saying her name wrong. There she is. And I just really like that. I was in shock when I seen that. And I really like that. The Tempress is beautiful too. I'm sorry that they're not focusing, guys, and I got a glare, but this is just how my camera is right now and the lighting in the room. But I hope that you guys enjoy this and that you check out her artwork, you check out her cards. I am not sponsored by her whatsoever. This is my own inspiration and why I wanted to come on here, because I wanted to share the beauty of it, the magic behind it, the alchemy behind it. That reminds me of the Scarlet Witch. I'm pretty sure that's how you know, pronounce her name. It's just so pretty. Like, some of them, like I said, are repetitive, like we talked about, but I really love the major arcana. Like, look at that. It's so romantic. Like it's a deep, dark romance. You know what I mean? And I just love that. Like, it's kind of weird. People would be like kind of turned off by it, but I'm like really inspired by it. I find it really otherworldly, very creative, very different, full of passion and love, imagination beyond. Sorry, I'm getting shaky for no reason, because I feel like this deck has such a powerful like vibration that, see what I mean? I'm like shaking for some reason. But like, this is the plaque that I have that my husband bought me, and this is the Magician, and I was very excited to see that this was the Magician, because when he bought it for me, the plaque, until I received the card deck, I did not know that's what the depiction was. And the whole time I was thinking, this, if I had to pick two cards that reminded me of my Goddess Morrigan, it would be the one that I talked about in this one. And this is on my altar, on my Morrigan altar, and it's just so beautiful. You know, it's just so powerful. I feel like it could be used as like a starter of a grid. See, I like that it has, you know, fairies, it's got skulls, it's got goddess energy, it's fae energy, elf energy, dragon energy, bat energy. Like, it has a lot of good energies in here. I kind of like this depiction as well because it just, you know, it has the upside down pentagram, but even with that, I feel that it's not bad. You know, it doesn't have bad vibes. It's just that it's like another story that I might get into, but make a long story short, I feel like it's about us carrying the burdens that we don't need to carry, you know, and focusing on unnecessary situations, people, energies, even unnecessary evil that it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like saying that you need to protect yourself by not focusing on it and carrying it around. I just don't, it's like, it's almost like it's saying like, let go and let God in a way when I see that card. But I want to see what your guys' opinions are, what you think of the deck. And that was the deck. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments down below, like, share, subscribe. And I really hope to do more. I know that I'm getting 2 more decks that he ordered me. And one is the Witch's Tarot, which I've been really wanting for a while. And the other one I think is the Shadowscapes Tarot, if I'm not mistaken. But I will be coming back for those as well. And if you guys want to see any other decks that I have and you want to see a review on them, let me know. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will leave my links down below, and I will leave my donation button down as well. Many blessings.